Wisconsin. How the hell are we doing? NFL admin, we lactated Dawn. We lactated Dawn. Mother love us.
That is me. Wildflower.
Good, what have you done?
The Fan of the Year trophy just shattered.
They got Bullard! I broke something, I don't care! They got Bullard! Yes!
No!
They snap it at 6 seconds!
No! Game over! Game over!
It's over! Let's make some noise. Oh my god, he caught that ball. Jaden Reed! What a catch! Romeo Dobbs! It's no good! It's no good! It's good! And it's gonna be, oh my god! It bounces off the Bears! A miracle in DC! $1 million for children of fallen patriots. Over $2 million for charity.
We did it, man.
Yeah, we did. It's frickin' frackin' time. Grossi Posse Nation, welcome to an episode of Podcast, a podcast where you don't let a Packers fan, but it sure does help. I'm your host, Tom. We're doing the members-only June edition Q&A. I know it's in July. Grossi, but we here. We are 19.13. Damn it! I thought I could get it to 20. I turned very red. How we all doing, folks? Billy, y'all take a break in the NFL world burns. Always. It is June 32nd. Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, Perna texted me last week, and he's like, I think it'd be a good week to take off. And I was like, okay. And then, of course, Monday happens, and it's just nonstop. So, yeah, we got the videos out. We did what we needed to do. But, of course, the time that we're not doing GPS. However, and by the way, this is going to be going live after this. Of course. But goats, hell yes. All the goats, forever. We have a lore update. We have an update. Now, you might, before we get to this update, you might be thinking, Tom, it's July. Where's that first episode of Coach? You said July, and I was very intentional of not saying what date in July. And I know there's, there's all these rumors swirling around. Oh, Tom's not going to get it done. Oh, Tom's going to have to move at the end of the month. Oh, man, Coach could be put on the back burner again. What's taking so long? So this is episode 1. It is 26 pages. It is the second longest Coach script ever. The only one that is longer is the Coach Season 4 finale. This is longer than the Love. This is longer than the Season 5 finale, longer than the Season 3 finale. 26 pages. And to be honest with you, because I already filmed a good chunk of it, I wound up just abbreviating at the end. It probably could have gone to 27, 28 pages, but yes. So the point is that this first episode is going to be long. This episode is going to be, it's going to be quite long. I wouldn't be surprised if it's over 30 minutes long. So what I would like to do is most likely, I'm going to probably, I'm hoping, film this, if not film all of it, by next week. And that, because I'm writing it in between. So I'm like writing the future episodes. So that's how I'm going to be able to get this done. So I'm trying to write as much as I can so then I can just film it, because I don't need to worry about editing until I'm in the new house, right? So the idea is that I'm going to release the first episode. If it's not next week, I'm going to aim for very early the following week, before I go off to Colorado, because next week I'm going to Texas, then I'm going to Colorado, then I got to go to Massachusetts for a wedding, and then I have to move. So But what I'm going to likely do is record all this, edit all of this, put this out, and it's just not going to be weekly, but it'll be such a insane episode that I'll be like, okay, this is what I've been doing, and then I'll record the rest of the episodes. So, Doctor, they say in episode 1, the Phantom Chamas. It's true. It is true. So yes, I think it is one of the best coach episodes that I've ever written. It is a very, very long episode, and I'm pretty sure I went back and checked. It is the longest script out of any of the North Saga, any of the South Saga. I think the Intervention comes like somewhat close, but yeah, it's one of the longest scripts I've ever written. So that's why this is taking so long. So I appreciate your patience. It'll be worth the wait. Down top, hope week's good. Dealing with mental health issues, so I'm talking it through each day at a time. We'll get through this. That's it, man. That's it. You talk to those professionals, you get through, and I hope it is nothing but the best, my friend. Hope that you get well soon, and keep on fighting. That's it. That's it. Think we were expecting longer episodes? Yeah, no, this is 26 pages, the second longest episode. So, and that's the problem too, is because like The Love, for example, is a 16-page episode, but that's a 30-minute episode, right? So it doesn't necessarily translate perfectly because The Love is a very like slow, methodical conversation. So longest Coach Saga episode time-wise, it's 46 minutes, I think, because the Coach Season 3 finale was like 45 minutes. The Coach Season 4 finale was longer. And then I think the North finale is up there. It's past 30, if I'm not mistaken. So, yes, Maya has come down, and now we have 3 dogs in the house right now, and it's Moosey and Sinclair, and, of course, the Dew. Exactly. It wasn't fast-paced. So, yeah, we're gonna rock. We're gonna roll. We're gonna get there. Right with my head, not over it. It's true. Our Mayans, arise! They say hi. Yeah, Papa Grossi on vacation at Lake George. So, hold on. I got a text from Papa Grossi today. Let's see here. One of your fans is, because he's at Lake George, one of your fans is staying up here at Northwood Ho. And I go, Packers fan? He goes, no, Giants. He watches clickbait all the time. I was like, did he recognize you? He said he saw the name on the back of the float and we were all talking. So, Papa Grossi getting recognized everywhere. That's it. That's it. I've not seen the RoboCop series. Oh, yeah, no, the lore is going to be good. It's going to be good. How's the Cold War between the Mayans and Communists going? It's cold. Nuclear threats every day, but we're getting through. We're getting through. So, yeah, no, trust me, I'm stressed. We booked all of our flights today about going to all the places that we are going to be going to. We had to make adjustments to schedules and not go to some places for as long as we want to. We had to extend our Texas little visit real quick. So, yeah, it's chaotic. Going through moving companies. I'm going to finalize that this week. So that's going to be all straightened out. But yeah, I'm just, it's the final month in the house. We're running out of time. It's coming quite quickly. So I got to make sure that I film everything. Because again, I don't have to edit it, which is a huge chunk of it. I just have to write it and I have to film it. So it's just going to be work every day until it's done. So, ooh, Corey! Adopted our first gato. She named Loki. Excellent name. Excellent name. That's adorable. That's adorable. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That's awesome. Hell yeah. A huge congrats. What are we doing in Texas? We're going to AEW All In. So we were originally just going to fly in Saturday morning, but that didn't work out. So we're going to fly in Friday morning, and then we're going to go to ROH, and then we're going to go to the event All In on Saturday, and then fly out at 6 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. So hell yeah. Metallica concert. It looked, and Pantera open for them. I mean, that's one hell of a show. And you get to go to, Colorado, which is always a great place to go. You always got to go there. Going to Buc-ee's. Beaver Nuggets. Go. Supercard of Honor watch. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. All In at Texas. That'll be a first. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. But yes, it'll be dope. 2026, Belinda, I don't know if it'll happen, but I will make my way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and I'm homebound. I will make my way to Australia, I promise. I promise. Oh, yeah, Devin, they keep on releasing more, and I think in July they just released even more AEW stuff on HBO, which is awesome. So it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Yeah, no, because apparently the tickets that we got for All In come with free tickets to ROH, and I was like, okay, Takeshita's wrestling. Like, come on now. Come on now. Oi, oi, oi. Let's go. I know you're finally having a game again. Let's go. It's been since, like, the 90s, right? I think. That makes sense, Rachel. No, tonight's Dynamite. Dynamite 300. Come on now. Come on now. Yes, I literally just sat down today for hours, though, and wrote this out and just finished this up because this was the tough one. This, I think, is going to be the most difficult episode to do because the only other episodes that's going to come close to, like, the length of this one, episode 5 will be pretty long. Episode 6 will be pretty good, too. But episode 8, it's the finale, will be crazy. It'll be crazy. 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 DFW, if I see you in DFW, yes, but I don't, I'm literally going out. So if I walk into you, hello, hi, let's take pictures, let's hug, let's do things. But yeah, I don't think there's an official one. So Tony comments on Rich Eisen, donate 100K to St. Jude. Oh, hell yeah, that's amazing. Hells to the yeah. Let's go. I'm on Good Day Melbourne from The Leftovers. It's almost over. Oh, hold on. I gotta see. I don't memorize the titles for the third season. The Leftovers, season 3. Dude, when it's over, you're just like, what do I do now? Oh, man, you're on episode 4? Episode 5 is really good. Episode 5 is really, really good. That's a Matt episode. It's a Matt world. Certified's good, too. Yeah, Certified is good. Honestly, though, like, the last 2 episodes, Most Powerful Man in the World, very much like International Assassin. I think you'll enjoy. And then Book of Nora. Oh my god, the finale is excellent. It's so good. My travel maxing. I don't know what that is. Is that like a Pokemon thing? Is that can't. How big's the new house? It's a lot bigger than this. This is a lot bigger than that. Because this current house is like 1,400 square feet, I want to say. So it's like double that. So I'm very good with that. I'm very, very good. How's your writing process for Coach differ from the sagas? Well, I mean, I just have more flexibility, I think, with Coach just because it's an original story. So I have a little bit more. But here's the problem, though. I mean, like, the amount of callbacks that are in here are insane. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, there you go, Luke. There you go. Yeah, but it's just in terms of overarching storyline. That's why I needed to have, like, the episode titles first. I needed to outline it first, because during the season, like, I'm not outlining anything. Like, I'm not outlining scripted. Like, I'll have ideas for stories, like lines, but and arcs. But yeah, for Coach, I need to be like, okay, I'm telling this story till the end. Here's how I'm breaking it down. So, any endgame moments this season? Well, I mean, you're gonna see a lot of characters. You're gonna see a lot of characters. I'm happy to release this first episode and then give you time to digest. So, might just need some time. Might just need a little, just a little runway, because digest or recover. Recover is probably a better word. Yeah, there's things that happen in I told you this first episode is gonna be it's gonna be an uppercut. So that's it. Oh, don't worry, Nick. I got ideas. I get Coach and The Leftovers finale in the same month. Equally great shows. I think one's a little bit higher than the other, and the finale's probably gonna come out in August. But dude, are you loving The Leftovers still? The North left off on such a happy place. It really did. It really did. Yeah. It picks up. And yeah, it's tough. It is tough. One of my favorite shows. It's so good. I really wish it had like 2 more episodes in the 3rd season, but just every bit. I'm glad they got to finish it because during when it actually came out, there were protests outside of like HBO in New York City of people like all in white smoking because they wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to get canceled because there was a very strong likelihood that they weren't going to let him do a season 3 and that it was going to get canceled. So, yeah, that's it. We saved it. I'm so glad though, because it's one of the most, in my opinion, like satisfying finales. The characters are so good. Like it's so freaking amazing. So, a couple sitting next to me were way higher than Mile High Stadium. Welcome to Colorado. That's it. I love Colorado, though. I'm so excited, yeah, because we're going to see Mumford in 19 days. 19 days? So that's pretty close. Does the Raiders make Birmingham a proxy home? Oh, maybe. Maybe. Okay. They do take a really good care. There's so much depth. It's also, like, once you figure out what the show is about, you know, and, like, I really, really enjoy it. And it's interesting because, like, there's some folks who like season 1 the best, but yeah, season 2 is incredible. Oh God, season 3 though, those last 2 episodes are just so freaking good. Wait, so he sang "Homeward Bound" already, right? Right, I think so. Oh, Belinda, highly recommend. Highly recommend The Leftovers. Yes, it's one of my favorite shows, like, of all time. So, yeah, it was pretty dumb. Oh, the Browns getting a dome? Sorry, folks in Cleveland whose taxes have to pay for this and are not going to be having any share of the profit that is going to make $1 gajillion. But yes, soft. SAWFT. Soft, because, come on now. Only AFC North team to play in a dome. Well, listen, after the Bears make their new stadium, the only NFC North team to play outside is going to be the Green Bay mother-loving Packers. So it is the show that starts with the Rapture, which, by the way, like, there was a lot of saying "Homeward Bound." So good. Yeah, there was I want to say there was like a plethora of shows that came out that were around that time that had to do with, like, the Rapture, because wasn't there what was it? Was it like the 100, or there was a number one? I think it was like on CW or something. I thought that was like a Rapture element. There was a few shows where it was like about the end of the world or like people vanishing, and The Leftovers came out around that time, and in my opinion, it just did it better than any other show did. So, yeah, it's kind of like whatchamacall. It's like the year that Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness came out, the same exact year of Everything Everywhere All at Once. And Everything Everywhere All at Once blew away the multiverse concept. It was the 100? 4,400. Thank you. Yeah, the 4,400. That was one. Yeah, I feel like there was another one. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it was, it's great. I love it. I have it all on Blu-ray. It was just so good. There was one called The 100 as well. See, it's all the numbers. Oh, 4,400, the 100, the Leftovers, all the things. Cheers, folks. I appreciate you. Apologies for it being a little bit delayed. On Monday, it was like 8:30, and I was like, oh, crap. I was like, I totally forgot that it was Q&A. So, yeah, so how do I do that? So here we are. We'll do another one in July, too, before we skedaddle on out of here. So, Goldberg versus Gunther. Yeah. Can't say I'm the most excited. I'll be watching All In instead. So, sorry, new shows. We watched The Bear season 4, and we watched Squid Games season 3, which was basically just 2.5. And then again, The Bear was basically just 3.5 anyway. Yeah, I feel like Squid Game. There's aspects of it that were good. The ending was like, okay. It didn't really resolve a whole lot, which was kind of like, all right. For some characters it did, but yeah, I thought it kind of was okay. And then The Bear, it was much better than the 3rd season, in my opinion. The thing is, like, there's a couple things about The Bear. The first 2 seasons are great. I love them. I feel like they just got renewed for a 5th season. It really feels like the 3rd and 4th season, they are, like, really dragging out. And it feels like for this past season, and sometimes it worked, they, like, how do I phrase this? I feel like a lot of the dialogue was very, like, therapy speak, but it wasn't, like, super deep. And the reason I say that is because, like, so for example, there's a show that I talked about before on Apple, Shrinking, right? You watch that first season and you're just like, oh, damn, like, it's about therapists, so, like, it makes sense. It's really, really good. Highly recommend it. It's very funny, too. It's very heartwarming. And the season 2 was really good. But I feel like that, I don't know, it took a while for them to get there. It just feels like they are really, really stretching things out. So, yeah, I think it was definitely better than the 3rd season, and more things happened. But, I don't know. I feel like they could have just condensed it felt like 2 halves of a season that they could have just condensed into one, and it would have been better for it. So yeah, I feel like that's it. Yeah, no, Matt, I totally get that. Totally get that. Yeah, it still needs to progress a bit more. I think it has to end at 5. It has to. Damn, Tom gave Squid Games 3 the creaky door rating. I just am annoyed that they even split it and called it 2 and 3 because it was basically 2 halves of a season. So, Shrinking's excellent. Excellent. Yeah, Ashley, and that's the thing too. Like when you're incorporating like therapy stuff in there, like it could be really, really well done. But yeah, the one episode of The Wedding was very good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. The table, I think that defied the laws of physics with that episode. But no, I really, really liked it. And even the one where like Carmi has a conversation with one of the characters, like that has been long awaited. I'm not talking about the finale. I don't want to spoil anything. So Ted Lasso, yeah, like the first season of Ted Lasso, I think did it great. Yeah, the second and third, I think were good, but it was a very big table. It was a very, very big table. I should watch Shrinking. Grossi hasn't let me down so far. Listen, Shrinking, I recommend. Shrinking, they're like super quick episodes too. They're like 30-minute episodes, and they're just like, they're good. They're really, really good. I did not watch Ironheart, but I did see pieces of the finale for that one character that I've been waiting for a really long time. So I'm all about that. The Sid episode was good. I agree. Janine! Going on? Yeah, randomly John Cena's in there. Yeah. He wasn't in season 4, though. He wasn't in season 4. Unless he was, and you just couldn't see him. But, yeah, I don't know. I think it was definitely better, but it doesn't have... Because I think what made The Bear season 1 and season 2 so good was because, like, it was a very tight story, and every episode was, like, anxiety, like, oh my god, like, this is so intense. And then because they dragged it out, and they really have some filler in there. And I'm not even talking about just in terms of like plots that don't go anywhere or plots that take a while. I mean like their B-roll and establishing shots, there is a lot. And it feels like there was also some random like pieces of it too. Yes, I wound up seeing Night of Champions. I didn't see it. The Seven Fishes was insane. Yes, I did watch Night of Champions after. Could not watch it live. I think Cody Randy was okay. I feel like it needed a little bit more time to like get going. Yeah, it was whatever. Punk and Cena. ZJ, that makes sense. Yeah, it's different. It's, I don't know. Like, they're both slower. You know, Cena, I liked Cena and Orton a lot, you know, when they did a Backlash, but I feel like they're both, you know, Punk is a little bit better, but, like, they're a little bit limited in the ring right now, so that's a little tough. And I also just feel like they're in a weird holding pattern. I will say Solo beating Fatu was surprising, and I'm glad that they're actually allowing Solo to have a bit of a personality because he's super entertaining. Yeah, Rhea's awesome. So, you know, yeah, Rhea and Raquel, they put on a pretty damn good match. So, I don't know, my therapist does use some therapy speak when we're talking. And again, like, that seems like if this is going to happen, it should be in there. But it felt like it was, I don't know. It was, like, Maya felt this way too when she was like white, like with the therapy speak for the 4th season. But it doesn't seem like there was a lot of emotional depth to it too. It was just like, I should talk about my feelings. Feelings you don't keep in. Like, it just seemed like it was, and I was like, all right, we'll get there. EO, yeah, I know. She's probably going to lose. It's going to make me sad. It's gonna make me sad. Jade really didn't look any better. I feel like it wasn't a bad match. I feel like she's just another wrestler that is limited. And I'm curious because they're pushing her. Are they going to put this, like, she could be Tiffany? Is that what it's going to be? So, looking to buy my rolling cart for next school year, but I don't know what I need. What do you think are must-haves for the rolling teacher cart? Ooh. If you could have one that has, like, an outlet on it is pretty nice. So just because you can plug your laptop in if that's going into the board or whatever. So that I would say, gotta have your essentials, gotta have your markers, right? If you're using dry erase board, I always throw my laptop bag on there. But that's all I really went with. You know, I had like all my paperwork and stuff in my bag, but it was that, markers, and a laptop, and I was pretty happy. Jennifer, there's plenty of snacks. Yep. Not super excited for season 4. I wasn't after season 3. Yeah, I think it's better. It just takes a little while to get there. The overhead projectors still exist. Yes, it just depends what classroom you're in. But yeah, they're still around. They're still around. I hate you, Solo. Mm-hmm. Godzilla and Kaiju convention? Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That sounds pretty dope. That sounds like that'd be pretty good. Yeah, it's gonna get crazy. Like, the next few weeks... I'm scared. Yeah, so next Friday, going to Texas until Sunday. Then the following Sunday, I'll be in Colorado till Tuesday. Then that Friday, we'll be in Massachusetts. And then that following Friday, we will have been moved. So, no free weekends is basically what that looks like. So, yeah. I see they attached a movie to the movie. Oh yeah, the Odyssey. Yes, I saw the leaked trailer for it. It didn't show much, but dude, it's Nolan. I'll go and see it. I'll see it. Why not? Favorite Godzilla movie? Ooh. You know, I love me some old school Godzilla. I will say though, and I know this is a very popular opinion right now, man, like Godzilla -1 was really good. Like it was just it was an excellent movie without it even being a Godzilla movie. You know what I mean? Like it was an excellent Godzilla movie, but it was just excellent by itself. So I mean, it's just, I know that's very common nowadays, but man, like that was damn good. Like that was damn good. And especially because it's so different from like the American version. Like the American is like popcorn, like, and that's not how it started. You know, when Godzilla came out, because that was Gareth Edwards who did it, right? And I really liked that first one. The only thing is Aaron Taylor Johnson in that movie was the most boring character in the history of characters, which is so interesting because I think he's a really good actor. If you've ever seen the movie Bullet Train, first of all, the movie's excellent. Second of all, like he's really, really good in it, and he has like really good range. I really liked him in Kick-Ass too. But there are some movies that he's in, and it feels like they just tell him, all right, don't do anything. And it's bleh. Ossie's nightmare to put on screen. Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think he could do it. Oh, also, Denis, we talked about this on Friday Night here. Denis doing James Bond, but not giving him final cut permissions. Like, are you serious? He's one of the best living directors today, and I will die on that hill, so. Attitude Era for the win. Let's go. They released Jurassic World: The Search for more money. Yeah, I could not get excited about that. It looked like the most generic action film ever, but with dinosaurs. And listen, I like dinosaurs, don't get me wrong, but they were like, oh man, dinosaurs have taken over the earth. Well, not really. Let's go back on this island now because it didn't work out. It's just, I don't know, man. It's tough to get excited about it, you know, and I like Mahershala Ali is a great actor. Scarlett Johansson's great, but yeah, I just don't care. Oh, so Kevin, it's so good. Well, Gareth Edwards, I feel like, is really good at like spectacle and stuff in terms of like not showing too much. Like Godzilla's really good, like Rogue One with Vader is like really good. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll say, hold on. Let's see. Didn't he? Let's see. Where are you? Okay. So, okay. I haven't seen Maelstrom. Prisoners, incredible. I have not seen Enemy. Sicario, excellent. Arrival, one of my favorite movies of all time. Blade Runner 2049, one of the greatest legacy sequels you could ever have, ever. Dune, phenomenal. Dune 2, even better. So, I'm all about it. I'm all about it right now. Jurassic Park just becoming Fast and Furious with dinosaurs? Yeah, pretty much. I heard, Bailey, that F1 was good. Yeah, it's getting good reviews too, and apparently they're already making a sequel. Are they going to call it F2? Then the reboot's going to be F5, because it's refresh. Sure. Enemy's good. All right, good. That's good to know. That's good to know. It felt closer to the original and the other Jurassic World movies. That's good, at least. Yeah. I feel like it is kind of just beating a dead horse a little bit. So, are you interested in seeing Weapons? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, no, I can't. Weapons is probably, for the rest of the year, it's one of my most anticipated movies. It'll be FU2. Fair. Yeah, no, that movie's up there. I'm more excited for Weapons than I am for Superman or Fantastic Four. I'll probably wind up seeing both. I don't know when the hell I'm going to see both, but yeah, we'll see. Shun dinosaurs, and they only exist on a few islands banned from human travel. How about these weapons? How about these guns? Ashley, what's going on? Appreciate you. Have yet to see Barbarian. Barbarian, I think, again, the first 45 minutes are like a masterclass in building tension and dread, and it's so well done, and like playing off of expectations of horror movies. The movie goes off the rails. It becomes like you have, and you think it's going somewhere, and then it goes somewhere completely different. So like, I applaud it for being like original and weird. I think that the first 45 is a lot better. Weapons is about like all these kids in a classroom. Like it's only one classroom, just walk out of their house like one random night, and they're just like running out. They're like T-posing as they run out. I think one kid doesn't, if I'm not mistaken, reading the synopsis. And it's basically the town trying to figure out like what the hell. They're like going after the teacher and like all this stuff. But it's a horror movie, and I cannot wait. Cannot wait. You guys see Superman? I'm gonna see Superman at some point. Same thing with Fantastic Four, but yeah, I don't. There's not a like, oh man, I need to go see this right now, like opening day kind of vibe. So, you know what I mean? I know, bros. Listen, Perna texted me. He was like, "Hey, listen, we ain't gonna be doing no GPS." So I was like, "Okay, cool." This was last week, so I know. Congrats to the Firebirds, though. They undefeated. Oh. Does the ending make sense though? It'd be cool if it was a twist that way. For Barbarian, yeah. Again, it ends differently than what you would think. It goes completely off the rails. It really does. It does. I agree. They look good, but not great. Completely agree. Yeah, Black Phone 2 is interesting how they're bringing him back too. And I was like, okay, like a little Freddy Krueger action. I have seen Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh yeah. It does, but ZJ, that's what I meant. Like, I think Jordan Peele, he like bid on that screenplay and lost out on it, lost the bid, and then fired his agent because of that. And I was like, well, Jordan Peele loved it too. Like that was gotta be a crazy movie. So I'm all about it. So we'll see. Don't listen to Perna. Exactly. But yeah, I'm super excited for Weapons. It should be really, really good. And then Fantastic Four and Superman, we'll see. Is it crazy? Like, I feel I'm a little bit more excited for Superman, like a tiny bit, but I'm not like over the top because it looks very comic booky, which I'm about. Fantastic Four, I just feel like it's, I feel like I've been hurt so many times by it. And like, they got some great actors in Fantastic Four. I just like have to see it come together, you know? Oh, Kevin, yeah, those are my favorite kind of horror movies, or psychological stuff. I mean, Maya and I talk about this all the time. Like, so we were walking down the street the other night. It was Monday. We were walking down, and it was like that twilight, like starting to get darker, and we were like about halfway up the block. And I was like, could you imagine, like, if there was someone at the end of the block that just started sprinting at us full speed, right? And I was like, okay, I feel like the lighting would need to be darker. And, like, we're breaking it down of, like, what that would look like. And I, like, my love for horror movies, and I think it's really difficult to make, especially modern audiences, like, scared, right? And without just relying on, like, jump scares and all that great stuff. But breaking down, like, just the elements of a scene, like sound design is one of the most important things in my opinion when it comes to horror movies, right? If you have good sound design, like that is almost perfect. A good example of a movie that does jump scares really well is the first Conjuring. The Conjuring 1 does it really, really well in my opinion. I liked it. The second one was okay. The painting scene was really, really good. And the third one was absolute garbage. I'm not excited for any other ones. But The Conjuring does jump scares really well. But I make this no secret. Like Hereditary, I absolutely love. I think that was excellent. And that doesn't utilize jump scares a ton. It's more like psychological grief-driven horror, which is great. But yeah, I mean, it's difficult to make people scared. So I really like it because it's just a challenge to do so. You know, like crying and making people emotional, that's one thing. Laughing is one thing. You know, those are kind of two sides of the same coin, but like actual horror, and like you could do jump scares. You could do them. It's just like they have to be done well and they have to have a good payoff. So like Black Phone 1 I liked. It was just a good movie. An example of this, of a series that does this, is The Haunting of Hill House. Because if you've ever seen Haunting of Hill House, there is one scene, there is one scene that is a jump scare. And it is not a jump scare kind of series. And holy cow, man. Everybody who watched that, I screamed. Like, it was such an effective, like, holy crap. Yeah, exactly. Oh, exactly. They earn that jump scare. Mike Flanagan, I will watch anything that he does. So, yeah. Flip side, it's fun to get scared. Oh, it's totally fun. Absolutely. If you could suspend your disbelief and you're like, oh my God, like, it's super duper fun. So, ooh, Drag Me to Hell is a fun one. Drag Me to Hell is fun. I like that movie. That ending is wild. But yes, it's kind of gross. Yes, involving the car. Yes. It definitely earned it. But yeah, Flanagan, man, I mean, I just saw Life of Chuck, which is not a horror movie, but again, that first act 3, which is the first act, it does dread really well. It does. Like, I'm not going to spoil anything, but basically it's a very, in my opinion, accurate depiction of like what the apocalypse would look like, in terms of like people are just going, but it's like slowly starting to be like, okay, like country's falling apart, like things are falling apart, environmental stuff is falling apart. And it does that really well. And there are some moments where it's like, oh, like I felt that, so it's really, really good. Saw 1, it's the best one. Oh my God, that ending's great. Ending's fantastic. So the Warrens, oh, they're in your hometown. They did Assemblies. Oh, pretty cool. I did see the trailer for The Running Man. I don't know how good it's going to be, but keep it in mind. Happy Death Day. It's a good mix of comedy and horror. That was pretty good. They did do too many Saws. I think Saw 5 was it that I liked? I think the 5th one was pretty good. I think. Hospital Scene in Spider-Man 2. Very good. Very, 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 very good. Yeah, like I'm not even like a huge slasher guy, because like that just kind of got old for me, and I was like, okay, whatever. But yeah, anything that could do like effective dread and horror, and especially like psychological stuff. And I know a big theme over the past like decade or so for horror has been grief driven. Like the Babadook is on there, Hereditary's on there, Midsummer is on there. You could also even look at Bring Her Back. That was definitely on there too. Even Talk to Me has a bit of that too. So Japanese horror movies. There are some Japanese horror movies that you gotta have some constitution to watch, because there are some wild ones, and like some of the body horror stuff that they do is, it's intense. There's a lot. Audition, yeah, I haven't even seen the full movie of that, but I've seen scenes from that. Yeah, that's the time. Oh my God, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil is so good. It's so good. Shaun of the Dead's great too. Tucker and Dale vs. They're supposed to do a show too. It was very, very good. Babadook, I think they did it well. I watched that a long time ago, but I think that was a good movie. It built it up pretty well. I enjoyed it. What's going on, Deb? How are you doing? Definitely not good. Definitely not. Happiness. Oh, I don't think so, ZJ. Who does that? The Nun, yeah, The Nun didn't do it for me. Cabin in the Woods, I liked. I liked Cabin in the Woods because you see the like the trailer and you're like, all right, this is just a stereotypical like whatever movie, like horror film, but it's so much better than that. I feel like the trailers don't do it justice at all. So exactly, Jeffrey, exactly. I've seen a bunch of The Evil Dead. I don't know if I saw Ash vs. The Evil Dead. Oh, I did. It's good though. I really. Happiness is good, but will make you feel dirty. Huh. I have seen Battle Royale. But you mean the first Hunger Games? Yes. Very good. Very, very good. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, horror movies are like such a, like actually good, effective ones. Yeah, they don't come by very often. So anytime that we can get them, I'm a happy person, because horror is awesome. I would like to make one. Oh yeah, the latest Evil Dead I liked. I really, really liked the latest Evil Dead because I was in the apartment, right? That was pretty darn good. That was good. And again, it's just the practical effects work too. So I watch horror movies. I teach high school. Exactly. It basically get the same exact thing. days later. So, all right, back on, we're done. Ooh, Laura, watch 28 Days Later. Yes, I saw 28 Years Later. I liked it. I did like it. I thought it was pretty original. The ending is very weird. And I mentioned this on Q&A. The 2000s like editing that they did for a good chunk of it, I was like, okay, it's an homage. We can leave that in the past. But yeah, I enjoyed it because it reminded me obviously like of like a God of War, like Last of Us, like video game kind of thing. So I enjoyed the story. I thought it did really good world building. The ending was just very strange. It seemed very out of place. There is a lot of zombie wiener. Yes, there is a lot of zombie wiener. So scenes, movies that scared the heck out of you as a kid. Yes. Okay, this is gonna be very random. The Amityville Horror remake with Ryan Reynolds. There was a guy, the quote unquote villain, was this guy that wore like the Undertaker hat and trench coat and had kind of like the long white hair. I've always been like, that silhouette has always creeped me out. Not the Undertaker, but that silhouette has always creeped me out because it's a very similar silhouette to Jeepers Creepers, which the director, piece of garbage. But in terms of like the movie Jeepers Creepers back in the day, like I would see that, I'd be like, oh my God, this is terrifying. Wishmaster terrified me back in the day. 100%. Just the design. I was like, yeah, this is very, very creepy. Trying to think if there's any other like scenes or characters that like really, I was like, oh yeah, this is not fun. Yeah, those are the ones that stand out. Mars Attack. Oh my God, Mars Attack is so good. Black Cauldron. Black Cauldron is a disturbing children's movie. It's a great movie. I love it. But it's a lot. There's a lot for a Disney movie. So, Watcher in the Woods. I don't know if I've seen Watcher in the Woods. I didn't see it, but I know of The Watcher is the one that recently came out. Yeah. Black Suit from Poltergeist. There's a scene in The Exorcist that's really creepy. And like The Exorcist, when I saw, I was like, okay, like this is not the scariest movie, but there's one where like the demon face, like the very famous like demon face that like flashes, that was pretty damn creepy. So yeah, that's a little low-key terrifying. So yeah, I feel like Hereditary did this well. There's a scene when like the cult members are like walking out and they're naked, and I have always found that like they were super pale, and like that silhouette or that kind of scene of like slowly revealing like from the darkness, and you see like the contrast between like the paleness and like the darkness is so creepy. I was like, ooh, okay. I like that. Oh yeah, Jennifer, there were so many. Yeah, Jeepers Creepers was one. Yep. Poltergeist, yep. They're here. There. Scooby-Doo Zombie Island. Yep. First Paranormal Activity house. Damn. Dude, the first Paranormal Activity was fun. It was good. It made $1 gajillion. It was fun. Oh, all right. It's for your mirrors. All right, Rebecca. All right. I got you. Yeah, but Hereditary, there's a day into night that shows them all standing. Yeah, I didn't even see that in theaters. I missed that, and I didn't see it until I got home. Cabin Fever, Laura. I could barely tell you any scenes from Cabin Fever, but there is one that I remember vivid. I think I only saw it one time with my cousins. The shaving scene. Nope. Yeah, the other Paranormal Activities are okay, but like the first one is pretty good. It's pretty solid. It's a very slow burn, but it's done well. That shaving scene, Cabin Fever is about the only Cabin Fever I saw was Muppet Treasure Island. That's right. Yeah, Cabin Fever is about like a flesh-eating virus. Basically, like there's a body that's like in, I want to say it's like a river or a stream or something, and people like drink the water and they're in this cabin, and so then they start to like lose it. There's a scene where this person starts to shave their leg and all the skin comes up, and I was like, oh, like I was also pretty young and should not have been watching that movie, but I was like, nope. I'm good. So I've not gone back to watch that. Eli Roth is, I I feel like I got done with Eli Roth pretty quickly. Like, he made, like, Hostel and stuff, and I was like, okay, yeah, it's because it's just, like, torture porn. So, yeah, that movie. That one. Dude, The Hills Have Eyes remake, yeah, that one scene, yeah, of the assault is... Because isn't that Claire from Lost, too? Dude, that was just... I saw that one time, and I was like, I don't want to see this again. There are definitely some of those movies where you see once and you're just like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I don't have to watch this again. Tapping out. I have to. I thought I saw Thanksgiving with the killer turkey. I did. I haven't seen the Thanksgiving. That's the one Eli Roth just did, right? Yeah. Killer turkey. I've seen that one. Things I come across young were questionable. I hate Wonder What Kids Find Today. Oh, it's gotta be terrible. Coraline is great. Coraline's a great creepy movie too. I really like Coraline. The animation's beautiful too. Yeah, I think that's pretty damn well done. I enjoy it. Yeah, The Other Mother. That was great. And you watch Desperate Housewives, basically the same thing. So, there you go, Rachel. Coraline's so good. We watched that together, Coraline. You hadn't seen it beforehand? It was good. I liked it. With the buttons in the eyes and stuff like that. It was fine. Fine. Oh, the first Insidious movie? Yeah. Tiptoe through the tulips. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. The Sinister freaked a lot of people out. Sinister didn't get me. The one scene in Sinister that got me was the lawnmower scene. That one was like but other than that, I was kind of like, meh. It didn't really do anything for me. Akira, there you go, Nathaniel. There you go. Yeah. I don't know, though. It was kind of... Willy Wonka tunnel scene. When you're a kid, that terrifies you. Yeah. LQ! Oh, you missed it, LQ. "26 pages. The second longest coach script I've ever written." It's going to be good. 26. The only one that is longer is the season 4 finale, which was 30 pages. Hold on, let's flip to a random page. Blood Demon is the first line. That's on page 13. There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's thick. It's thick. Yeah, it's thick. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be nuts. So it'll come out. It's gonna be long. It's gonna be wild. Perfect. Sorry, it's Perna. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Oh yeah, it's gonna be something. Just read the whole script. Oh, I can read the entire script right now. You wouldn't want me to. You wouldn't want me to. I feel like I just need to. Once like this is gonna be, like I said, the hardest one to film because it's in so many locations that I have to go to. But yeah, this will be good. And then I think the rest of them are gonna be really easy to write. I got into a really good rhythm today. I wrote like 14 pages today, so it was good. It will. Oh, I won't actually. You're good. I mean, again, like the first scene is like 6 pages long. All right. Yep. Yep. Oh, God. It's going to be good. It's going to be... Blood Demon have contact with the Pacers. They might. They might have. I mean, considering as what the offseason's been, Halliburton getting hurt, Bucks getting all those people, and I don't believe that Giannis wants to leave. And plus, even if it's true, I refuse it to let it be. Once I move to around Milwaukee, then I'll talk to Giannis. So, handwritten script, always. And I told this to Maya, like just in case I die in a freak accident, it's written down. So Maya promised that she would remake Coach and she would be all the characters, and we would not explain why there was a sudden change. I think you do it. You could do the voices. We tried it the other day. Yeah, you could do. Yeah. Rebecca! How's it been 55 months already? We're all getting old. We're all getting old, just bit by bit. The grains of sand are going through the hourglass, bit by bit by bit. So, yeah, we're getting there. Appreciate you, Rebecca. Yeah, Maya could do a wildflower pretty well. Ooh, heavy. Yeah, she do. Yeah, Captain Finn Oakley, I think, was the tough one. That was tough for me. Do tomes? I gotta get real deep. Let's see.
Linda. Yeah, you really gotta screw up your vocal cords for it. Yeah. Gatorade.
Oh, can you do Raymond Day Call? I actually feel like you can do Raymond Day Call. Raymond Day Call. I have sold some of the scripts for charity. We have done that. Our Frederick and Springsteen twins. Said at one point Bruce Springsteen and Frederick are triplets, but that's not true. It's not true. No. There's a lot of lies about their childhood, as was very evident, considering Carl and also Bruce. Sean, facts of the day. We're now closer to 2050 than 2000. Do with that information what you will. There you go, Rose. Yep. Maya doing a Lenny monologue. In this box. You just make it up. Fine. I write. Well, that's true. If I had an improv, if I just wrote like I did for the West improv, it wouldn't work out there. That's fair. That is fair. Yeah, we're closer to 2050 than 2000. Yeah, when we make it to 2050, who knows? Who knows? All I know is uno más. I don't like that stat. That stat's about me. All right. Rouse. Can you do JB? It's not bad. Gumbo is for winners. So. Oh, dozen gray hairs? Yeah, I found a lot more gray hairs. There's a lot more. A lot more gray hairs now. There weren't as many before, but now there are a lot. And it makes me sad. But I like the temple grays. All right. Calm down there. Sinclair's following you. So, yep, back hurts a little bit more. That's all. 50-50 whether we make it to 2050. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I get there. I'm from the 1900s. Hey, so am I, Corey. 1990, baby. Let's go. Come on now. 1990. I did not know that, Nick. I did not. I sneezed and threw out my back. Dude, my friends are like throwing out their backs, and I'm like, I don't want that. No, thank you. Gray is good. I'm bald as bald can be. I mean, I got the Nike check mark going on for a hairline, but we're getting there. I got a weird shaped head too. I have like divots in my head, so I don't think I'm gonna look good bald, but hopefully I can make it another like 10-15 years without being bald. Or I just go to Turkey. Let's go Perna. I told Perna, let's do boys trip hair transplants. If John Cena can get one, why can't I? Exactly, Matt. Exactly. Who knew? 92, baby, slept on the pillow, the wrong pillow for an hour, and I can't move my neck for the next. Dude, when you get those, like, pinched nerves in your neck, and you wake up and you're like, I can't turn my head, I want to die. That's how you know. That's, So, get some vegan turkey in Turkey. There it is. Oh, turned 30 in August. Now I'm turning 30. And now my stupid friends are having stupid children. My stupid friends. Yeah. If I sneeze wrong, my back hurts. I love in parentheses 1997. Yeah, like I'm on the right side of 35, but I'm turning 35 in September, so I don't know how well that's going to go. I feel like that there's going to be a time where it just declines. 30 and 30 took a lot of life out of me. So it probably didn't help. But not old. In 1990, I graduated from college, married, and lived 400 plus miles from my hometown. Just wise, Janine. That's all. It just means you're wise. That's it. I got shingles on my neck in 2020. Oh, no. The nerve pain rivaled labor pain. I've heard shingles are horrifically bad. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I've thrown my back out lifting the toilet lid. It's humbling. Yeah. Vitamins help. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. 42 this year. we're just all getting old. The 13-year-old in the chat's just like, don't worry about me. I just have, my brain being rotted out by all the algorithms. But other than that, it's fine. All it takes is one wrong move. Yeah, it also doesn't help that I jump through a table and buffalo onto gravel. I feel like that did not do any favors to my back. Okay, I just took a swig of this. As I leaned back, my shoulders both cracked. But my shoulders crack, like, hold on, I don't know if you could hear this. I don't know if you hear, they are just, it's like bubble wrap every time I do it. Some people might say, Tom, you should get a massage. Tom, you should do, but I say, I would cry. I did that to myself. I did. Acupuncture, I'd rather die. I feel like I've actually come, I'm not a big needle guy, but I feel like that I could do. Bailey, happy almost 25th birthday. Listen, that's what I've heard. I've heard massages. I've had one massage in my life, and it was the most painful thing. And I was just like, ah! Maya's like, you just gotta keep doing it. That's what I said. Yeah, lasting memory. Exactly. So, that's it. Final destination, maybe scared of acupuncture. I know some people that do it, and they swear by it, and they say it's pretty darn good. So, my boyfriend's an acupuncturist and massage therapist. Laura. Can you say lucked out? Hot damn. Yeah, Laura wins. Laura, hey, can I get a massage? Sure. Like, come on now. Laura, do you want to share? Laura, can he be all of our boyfriends? In the Grossi posse, we all share. That's pretty darn good. My knees crack. My knees crack all the time. And so when I was teaching, there was plenty of times, like, if students were working at their desk, like, I would crouch down to being like, oh, okay, like, let me get down to your level. There was a time where there was a student, Erica, great kid, and it was a sophomore class. I taught her the year prior, and, like, they're all doing quiet work, and I crouched down, and my knees exploded. Like, it was like, crack! And she goes, was that just your knees? I was like, yes, it was. And I was in my 20s. He's a 6'3" handsome guy. What color hair? A 6'3" acupuncturist and massage therapist? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. There are release points that hit those and it's heaven. Yeah, Maya just throws rocks at me and she's like, do you feel better yet? So, doesn't. It just throws. That's it. Tommy does, I'm sharing each other's massage therapist boyfriends. Not in a weird way. Just in a therapeutic way. That's about it. Definitely dark brown hair. Not all of us can have dirty blonde hair. That's it. Maya groaning in the back. It's fine. I had to get on my knees to reboot them. Yeah, Steph. Yeah. Okay. All right, so Laura, when I do 30 and 30 part 2, if you could bring your boyfriend to the fan event, that would be great. That'd be great. Because, yeah, we get the table out. Are you jumping through it? No, I'm just going to get a deep tissue massage while I'm here. That's fine, right? I think that's totally fine. That's totally fine. And then I'll be like, now you're Christian stepfather. I'll hand over, like, the transaction will be complete. I think that works out. Unless he's not, then I'll still take the massage. So that's it. So I'm finally ready to admit that I can see your ash blonde hair. I'll take ash. Uh-huh. He would love to meet you. Deal. I can see what I could do. He doesn't have to give me a massage. That was a joke. But I mean, I'll take one. I'm just gonna be like, why? Who's this guy that's in all of the fan pictures? Oh, it's Laura's boyfriend. Just give him a massage. That's it. Nick, what city? I'll meet you. There's two lines. There's the line for me, and then there's a line for Laura's boyfriend for a massage. So that's it. Tom Grossi, South Saga, I'm Not Blonde. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that was Raymond A. Cult. So I don't know. Tom? I don't know about that. I don't know. Rowan! Coming at the perfect time. The perfect time. Oh, yes. Yeah, I would love... Was it Oliver? Might be Oliver. I thought it was Oliver talking to Raymond. I could be wrong. It's been a while. Yeah, no, I would love to do that with adult money because I know there are a lot of people I know that get like a once a month massage. There was Max. You've met Max before. Max, because his insurance used to be insanely good, used to be able to get one once a week. Like every Monday. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm leaving work and going to get a massage. I was like, you son of a bitch. Like, you kidding me? I was like, what are we doing out here? So I know people get it once a month. I know Max got it once a week. I don't think he gets it once a week anymore. But yeah, my insurance does not go. I don't know if my insurance. Does our insurance cover that? Maya, I'm on Maya's insurance. Oh, okay. Okay. In this economy, that's what I'm saying. Hell yeah, Bronwyn. Hell yeah. Got a deep tissue massage when I competed in college once a week. It helped a lot. They hurt. Fair. Mikey says hi. What's going on, Mikey? Okay. Yep. Trophy girlfriend for real insurance. I know. Well, because I paid over $700 a month for my insurance, but Maya got insurance through her job, and she's like, it's like $10 to add you, and I was like, no, for all these months, and I was like, okay. So yeah, and I never used my insurance, by the way. I paid $700 a month. I never used it because I never go to the doctor because I'm just like, I'm fine. Does Maya's insurance cover rock throwing collateral? It does not. But every time she's like, I want to get some good use out of these premiums. HV3 in Wisconsin, you know where you'll be seeing movies. I know you love the Alamo. I think the closest one to you is probably be in Woodbury, Minnesota. I know. I think there's one in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know any of the movie theater. Ryu, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know what movie is going to become, like, what movie theater is going to become, like, my movie theater. I'm going to have to explore. Because I've never seen a movie in Wisconsin. Yeah, like in a theater. I don't think I've ever seen one. So, that's it. Can I be Maya's significant other? I have $10. There you go. Rodman's got it. Hey, there you go, Mikey. Hell yeah. Bailey, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Screw insurance companies. Mad. How dare you? What do you mean? In the US of A? Healthcare companies not? No. I don't think I've ever heard one complain about healthcare companies here. No. I don't think one. Not even one. The shareholders. Monica, what's going on? Good to see you. Ashley's here. What's going on? The audacity. Luke's like, oh, I have universal health care. Comes out of my taxes. Uh-huh. How do they check that, though? Like, could Maya just start adding friends for $10 each? Every donation of $10 or more, we add to Maya's insurance. Maya's got a lot of dependents. This is what they were talking about. That's it. Well, yeah, we'll see. Yeah. What about the CEOs? Exactly. If the CEOs can't get millions of dollars in bonuses, what is even the point of life, really? I don't know. I know for-profit health insurance. Next, you're going to tell me private prisons aren't so great. Come on. Oh, God. The CEOs are getting shot at. Well, only one. Only the one. So, yeah, that's the new membership level, Maya's insurance. It's $10 a month. Wow, the benefits that Tom's giving out are pretty great. You can join a fantasy football league, or you can get health care. My favorite Mario Kart character is Luigi. That's a great Mario Kart player. Of course. Yep. No, I think, no. Personally, this might be a hot take. I just feel like billionaires need to get more money. You know? Like, they need more. So, oh, there we go. Can we date Laura's boyfriend for the massages and Maya for the insurance? We all win. That's it. Well, I have amazing cost-free benefits working for a large healthcare provider, but I use alternative healthcare that isn't covered. Go figure. My heart attack was no cost, though. Hey, positive? I get, yeah, right, that's something. That's something. Think of the shareholders. Guys are so insensitive. Okay? Can you imagine a billionaire going home at night and not making millions of dollars a day? It's not a world that I'd want to live in. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Keep advertising Maya's insurance. You'll get 1 million quick time. One of my random subscribers will become my dependent. Oh, God. All right, guys, we're raffling off. It's not a plushie this year. It's healthcare. Yeah, what are they going to do without the yachts? Oh, man. Is it exactly a new charity incentive? Exactly. I think it worked. I think it worked great. Is it wrong we're laughing about this medical stuff? Belinda, you either laugh or you cry, right? You either laugh, if you got to think of the yachts. You got to think of the yacht. Like, thank God that Jeffrey Bezos spent tens of millions of dollars on that wedding. Which, by the way, was an ugly-ass dress. It was an ugly-ass tuxedo, too. I saw you, Leonardo DiCaprio. Glad you care about the environment. But thank God that they could have that party. Thank God that they could have that wedding. Thank God. Because what if Bezos couldn't do that? So, I don't know. What's insurance, Cameron? You stay far, far away until you're 26 years old. You got a whole lifetime to go. That's it. So, laugh and cry? Exactly. Will Maya be teaching out in Wisconsin? I don't think so. She still got her job. So, still rocking. Doing that nonprofit curriculum writing. Okay, cool. You want to hear some tea? I just looked at that dress. Yo, it was ugly as hell. Having millions of dollars can't buy you class. All right. This is Maya tea. Scorching hot. Maya, do you mind coming over here for a quick moment? Maya's going to explain things. Maya has a shirt on her head right now. Is that the Relax one or is that the Rangers one? Ranger. Maya's hair is wet, so I'm sorry that you have to see it. I'm so sorry that you have to see this. I'm so sorry. Oh my, it's so terrible.
It's so bad.
It's Maya, everybody. It's Maya. Maya, please explain to the class what you do and also how they are all going to be dependents on your insurance.
Okay, I'll do the first part.
A little louder, a little closer to the microphone.
A
little further back.
Work.
Thank you.
For an educational nonprofit. So we...
she makes no money. It's a nonprofit.
We create learning materials and professional learning materials for teachers and students that focuses on like building disciplinary literacy. And so the majority of our
books at people. Discipline with literacy.
the majority of our funding is through grants. So the last 2.5 years I've been there. But we had 2 federal grants from the US DOE.
That's the Department of Education, which kind of doesn't exist anymore.
Correct.
I have a microphone right here. I just really like this one. This is a sad story? No, education's great right now. What are you talking about?
It's so great. Everything's great. So we basically got news last week that
smells good.
Thank you. We received 2 what are called AHC grants. So we should be entering our 3rd fiscal year of this grant in October 1st. But a large number of people, grant recipients, including where I work, got that 3rd year funding pulled. And now all that funding is going to fund this new AHC grant, which is more clearly aligns to the current administration's goals and things.
Because how important is literacy?
Reading and writing? No, seriously, you need to know how to read and write.
I can't read.
You'll get there.
Travis Kelce flat out said he couldn't read.
When was that?
It was an SNL thing that he was just like, I was sitting at this table and he's like, and I have a tough time reading, which Travis Kelce, I'll teach you how to read. Yeah. But Yeah, who needs to read good?
Fund LDC.
Exactly. Exactly.
Just kidding. So yeah,
So
that's
we're
happening.
gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
We're gonna
we
figure
will.
it out, but
We will.
the federal government's like, nay, you don't get no more money to help children.
Correct.
Oh,
So
that's it.
yes.
That's it.
Okay.
Anything else you'd like to say?
Hi everybody.
Just hi.
Okay.
Love the poorly educated. That's Maya. Everybody. That's Maya. Yeah. So what is that? So the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, Maya will be out of that job as of right now, unless they get another grant. They'll likely be out of that job in December. So. Everything's great. Everything's great. Because again, why would you teach kids disciplinary literacy and civics and any of that? Mm-hmm. The new standards, can you reapply? So they are going to be doing, right, that there's a way that they can respond and be like, hey, it's an appeal.
And then we're also applying for the new grant.
So appeal and applying for new one. But at the same time, like, it has to fit with the current administration's standards. So we'll see. We did, Nick. I'm so sorry. Oh, so sorry. Yep. So it's super fun. It's super duper duper fun. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So that's what's going on. So probably not teaching, but we'll see what happens. Standards are low. Well, I feel like the bar's low. Is low. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's just I don't think we're doing things that are helping people, like, regardless of who people voted for and what have you. And like I've talked about a million times, there are fine lines, right? If you are against somebody's, identity or will to live, then we got a big problem. We're never going to come to a compromise. However, I think there's a lot of things that people can come on compromises for. And I just don't think that there's a lot of things that are happening that are helping people right now. And it's blatant. And it's like, what is the point? So exactly. We deserve better. You disagree with me? That's cool. That's fine. I hope you're well. I hope you do well. We need more of it. But yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, I have a lot of teachers in my life, and it's just God, it's tough. It's tough. So it's yeah, AI could teach the kids. That's totally fine. As they all go into psychosis, because they're like, AI's my friend. It's great. It's so great. It's so great. Yeah, we'll see, Raven. I mean, again, I think it's beyond left, right. I mean, like what we were talking about too. It's up. It's just like, again, because regardless of who's in office, billionaires are still making money, man. And like Maya and I were talking about this last night. We were talking about like FDR and talking about like just how it's like, hey, you need social programs. Like, you need social programs because when people are doing well, the nation does better. If you just care about money, guess what? Your GDP goes up. You know how people buy your products? If they have money and the ability to do so. So, yeah, it's nuts. It's great. Yeah, tribalism, it's dumb. We're all rooting like it's sports teams and we're literally on the same team. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. So, yeah. I don't know. God, no. I will not be president. I will never run for president. I don't want to run for president. No, thank you. Please and no. Please and no. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like there are things that should not be political that have been politicized in every part of our lives, have been politicized to the point where it's like, oh, you have this opinion? Oh, you want kids not to die or to have food? How dare you? It's just, I don't. It's just bad. And getting a write-in vote. Yeah, I don't know, man. It sucks. It sucks a lot. I think there's a lot of anxiety and there's a lot of stress, and I don't know. I feel for my fellow people because this is just, I don't think there's nothing that's showing that like people are doing better, and I think that the thing that hurts, definitely a lot of uncertainty. I think what kind of hurts the most is just like, we can all be better. Like, we can be better than this. And that's beyond administrations. Like, look at what social media has become, man. Like, even just like what YouTube has become, right? I mean, it's just like, what are we doing? Like social media, like Maya and I were talking about this last night. Like, there was a time on the internet where like it it was never like perfect in any way, shape, or form. But I think it just the way that we consume the internet was drastically different, right? A lot of us are like constantly on the internet now, but the internet used to be like, I got a family computer where it was like, hey, you log on for however long you log on for, and then you leave, and then you go outside and do things, or like just go do anything else. And this is not demonizing the internet, but unfortunately, like corporations got a hold of it and they monetized the crap out of it and took people's information and used it to sell things. And it's exhausted a ton of like it's exhausted a lot of the creativity. It's exhausted a lot of the communication because that's not what it's used for, because people are more engaging when they're pissed off at each other or angry at each other or arguing with each other. And like I said, like there are things that it's like, hey, you know, we're not gonna be able to compromise on, but a lot of things we can. And it's just like what the internet used to be a lot better, you know, and even, you know, 2020, like with COVID and stuff and the pandemic, that really started the shift to like just always being online. And I say this as someone whose job is to like always be on the internet. And yeah, man, I think it's just the way social media has been turned to, oh, like you should hate people on here. Oh, I know dead internet theory. Trust me, I know. And like, dude, you have like AI profiles on Instagram now and Facebook. Like, what the hell is the point of all this crap? Like, it's nothing. Oh, Lord, you couldn't use the phone and the internet at the same time. 100%. And this is not like an old boomer take. It's just like there was limits to it. And I feel like the limits, like there just needs to be more regulation when it comes to it. So, oh, 100%. Civil debates, discussions, like the internet for a time, like, and I still think like the internet, its potential is so awesome because it allows you to connect with people all around the country, all around the world, and you could have a joint love for something, right? A shared interest in something. So especially for like niche hobbies, right? Like if you are into, let's just say like Warhammer, right? Or you're into a certain video game, or if you're into a certain book, like you can find like like-minded people where it's like, oh, we have this shared experience of really liking this thing, right? If you love The Leftovers, right? It's a great show. Great. You love it. We could all talk about it. We could discuss it. And like that made it so much fun. And like this is a stupid thing, but 1/1808, that's when Cloverfield like got released. And I remember like the viral marketing leading up to that and like message boards like talking about it and theorizing, and those still exist today. But damn, man, have they made it so much more difficult, because now it's just like, oh no, you should hate this person. And it's just, there's not there. Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, no, but it's totally dehumanized people. And I feel like we have just gotten way too comfortable just like putting people in boxes, and it has been utilized for propaganda, and it's been utilized to sway elections all around the world. You know, Facebook was involved with that years ago. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's super divisive. It's super. And I mean, I think it's just like, and again, you could disagree with me. This is not a pulpit to preach. Like there are things that I think that fundamentally people can agree on, right? Of like, hey, water should be clean, right? Like people should have the right to live, right? There's people who disagree, and it's like, okay, well maybe whatever. But there are things like we're on a planet that we're actively killing, and it's for money, and it's not we're getting the money. Like it's just like there are top people who are getting it, and it's just community is part of the solution. I truly believe in that, because I feel like that's especially like localized communities and internet communities to be part of that too. I think it's just you need, and it's not about like-minded people. It's just like, hey, just people that you can rely on and kind of be with and kind of feel safe in. Like that's incredibly important. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, yeah, genuine connections. Dude, it was great. I mean, like, just being able to have, like, full-blown conversations with people. I mean, like, even just this, right? And this and the Friday night Q&As, like, there's a reason why, like, every Friday, like, I'm going live. It's like, yeah, because, like, these are people within the community. Like, we're just talking, you know, whatever it is. We're doing what we got to do. But, yeah, I don't know. It's tough, man. It's tough, especially because you don't know what to do. And I feel like just as a history teacher too, and watching stuff that is happening is like, what the hell, man? It's like, what are we doing? You know? And then a lot of it's intentional. Such a complicated subject to figuring out capitalism to the point where the richest person in the world have too much impact on the system. Yeah, no, I agree, right? Like, capitalism can be fine. Like, but there needs to be restrictions. Like, there needs to be reform. Like, this is a thing that I don't think it can be fixed. Like, it's not an all or nothing thing. It's like, either we have all this or nothing. Either you have someone who has $400 billion, or you have, millions of people who are, I don't think it has to be an either or. There has to just be regulation. Like, that's it. Right? It's like, okay, after a certain amount, which we have done this under Republican presidents, under Democratic, which is why it's not a left-right thing. While we do this, like, where we've had incredibly high tax rates, and you see the country do better. Like, that's true, Jack. That's true. But yeah, I mean, like, the problem is that because when you're a society and the number one thing is profit, right? I need to make money. That's it. That's the bottom line. Regardless of what happens, I need to make money. That's every restaurant. That's every hospital. That's a school, right? It's every single bit of your society. At the end of the day, at the end of the year, at the end of the quarter, I need to make more money than I was previously. That's not sustainable. We were talking about TVs the other day. So I have a 65-inch Vizio TV that I got in 2013. It was $250 on Black Friday. It is the same exact one that sits on my wall right now. It was supposed to be a smart TV. It can't download any apps, so it's not very smart anymore. And plus, it's 12 years old. But like the TV, right, it can only go so far. Okay, we had 1080p, we had 3D, we had 4K, we have 8K, we have 16K. There's only so many that you can go, and we barely have enough content that's in 4K, right? So because of that, what happens with TVs, the prices come crashing down because there's only so much innovation that you can do within that field, right? So now they're super smart, you got Roku TVs, you can download the apps, you can do all this stuff, right? The thing is, like, innovation is not even the priority anymore. It's money, because usually with innovation came money, right? Look at old school iPhones and like the Samsung iPhone battles. You can attribute this to just about everything. So yeah, I have a Roku TV upstairs. Like, I like it, but it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Yeah. Like, again, like you need to tax people, like the rich, more. Like, I think it's very difficult to even comprehend how much $1 billion is. And is that going to solve all your problems? Absolutely not. Because when you're taking that tax revenue, you need to have an administration and people that are actually going to utilize those funds that are going to help people, right? And that's where you can disagree. And that's what's great about debate, is that that's where there's compromises, right? They're like, this is where I think our money should be sent, especially when you're talking about just like federal governments. This is where it should be. But the problem is that it's, oh no, people need to make more money, and it's a minority of people that are making money, and on top of that, the money is being used for things that are not so great. So it's, it's tough to then live in a society that is like, nope, bottom line's the most important thing. I mean, dude, and you could attribute this to anything. And this is not a political thing. Look at Chipotle. I'm just using it as an example. Look at McDonald's. How expensive McDonald's is. But it's just, hey, we need to make more money, and that's it. Like, that's all that matters, and that's what's going to keep us going. And if we don't make more money, then we need to find ways. So the quality is going to go down. We're going to fire more employees. We're going to utilize AI. We're going to take all these cost-cutting measures to make sure that profit line goes up, so our shareholders are happy. Because if they're not, then our company is going to collapse and someone else is going to take. Like, it's only so sustainable until at some point you're like, hey, we need to do something. So yeah, it's just it's tough, man. It's tough. And these are huge problems. These are huge problems that, like, everyday normal people, what the hell are you supposed to do? Right? If you see that, like, there are things that are going on in the world that are, like, horrible, what are you supposed to do? Right? Like, you can go protest, you can go speak out, you can use your platform, you could build communities, you could do all these things. there's only so many things that you can do. And I feel like that is just, there is so much good in the world and there are so many good people. And I feel like the want to do good is held by, I'd hope it's a majority of people. And unfortunately, it's just, it's tough, man, because even just finding an outlet to use that in, right, it is very, very difficult. I mean, we even talk about this with like the charity, you know, the element that we do here. You know, I was talking about this during the Millie stream. It's like we raise $1 million in a week, you know, for charity, and that's actively going to help hundreds of kids who are going to go to school who didn't have the opportunity to do so, you know, and their parents tragically passed away. And it's still coming from everyday normal people, like when it should be coming from the people who, you know, $1 million is a rounding error, and like there are plenty of those people. So it's tough, man. It's tough. Yeah, Citizens United's garbage, man. Like once we treat corporations as people, like what are you doing? I mean, like you could even see it today. Just the allegiances with it. I'm talking about just the U.S., but this does exist all over the world. Like the allegiances to other governments. I don't care which government it is. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, lobbyists are just like having that amount of impact on policy making. It's like, and corporations that have. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, it makes it's insanity. So, but hell, man. I mean, just from a historical perspective, propaganda works. It works, especially, you know, when you have low education, but it works. And especially when it's like, hey, like, this is your side. It's just tough. Yeah, actually, exactly. Voting and getting involved, especially locally, right? Because that's how you change things, you know? And like, I'm from New York, right? New York City is 45 minutes away from me, right? And like the internet's been filled with like Mom Donnie for the entire, you know, past 2 weeks since he won the primary. And it's like, oh my God, things are falling down. And like, you see people that are panicking that are like, oh man, you know, how could this and it's just like, hey, even if you don't agree on policies, like you don't need to, whatever. But like, this was something that was democratically like voted. He is now like the Democratic representative, right? Who is going to be running for mayor. And dude, like a lot of it is workers' rights. And I feel like it's, yeah, screw Cuomo. Also, the first thing he should do, and this is totally out of spite, and I know that this is not helping, rename it the Tappan Zee Bridge, because everyone calls it the Tappan Zee Bridge. Screw the Cuomo Bridge. Anyway, that's just a New Yorker thing. But I think it's just more of, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, right, K-Chan, moving to a state where politics isn't going to matter, right? Exactly. Man, but it's just, there are millions upon millions of people. There are, hold on, let me double check. Let me double check it. How's Cuomo still popular? He's one of the old guards. Hold on. And again, this isn't solving all the issues. Let's see. Okay. 38th annual Forbes list of the world's billionaires. 2,781 billionaires. So there are 8 billion people on the planet. There's actually more than 8 billion people on the planet. But there's 8 billion people on the planet and 2,781 billionaires. Like $1 billion is more money than you could ever spend in your life. Ever. And like, listen, you're successful, here are the rewards for it, right? 100%. I've worked my ass off for 10 years, right? 100%. Very far from a billionaire. But it's a matter of like, you work hard, you get rewarded. Like, that's cool. I'm totally cool with that. However, there's a limit. There's a limit. So it's just like I said, the number that I would love to make sometime in my life by the time I'm ready to retire, if I can get $5 million, $10 million, which some people are never going to see in their lifetimes, and they work 2 to 3 jobs, which is outrageous. Like, I don't think it's an outrageous concept to be like, hey, if you work 40 hours a week, I don't care where you work, you should be able to maintain a standard of living. I don't think that that's super duper controversial, because that affects everybody. If you work at McDonald's, you work at the Gap, you go and you work any trade job would have you. If you work a full 40 hours, you should be able to pay for the things that you like, right? You're not doing anything crazy. Maybe go on a vacation, once a year, something like that. It's Home Depot. Sure. Yeah, exactly, DJ. So, I don't know. It's just, it's tough, man. I feel for people, man. Like, it's, because, again, we could just be doing so much better. We're just doing so much better. You're in 20K in your 401k? Hell yeah. Dude, like, it was terrifying, right? Like, dude, I left teaching. The highest salary I ever made when I was a teacher was $68,000. And that was after 6 years of teaching and a master's degree. So my first job out of college was $38,000. That got all the way up to $50,000. Then I made $53,000 my first year of teaching, and it got up to $68,000 after all of that. I don't know how you even like survive in 2025 with that. It's nuts. So yeah, Jack, 100%. Yeah. So insanely low. You do what you gotta do. I had a 70-minute commute for that $38,000 a year. It was a 70-minute one-way commute. I was commuting from Rosendale, New York to Croton-on-Hudson. So it's nuts, man. It's just crazy. And I feel like money is not going to solve all the problems, but unfortunately, like, especially when you put your health care that is privatized and you put your health care, which is about profit, and you have insurance companies that are saying, hey, we are not going to provide you care based on whatever the hell it is, and you are paying for that insurance. It's insane to me. It's insane. And again, because it's just like there needs to be a standard. There needs to be a standard of living of like, okay, I have a job, I can afford this, and I can afford to live and pay my rent and do whatever the hell I need to do. But it's just not, it's not left right. So, yeah, exactly, Dark Friend. Dude, I hear you. Oh, age limit's 1 kajillion %. And again, like, this is all the stuff that it's just, like, it's, I don't think that this is crazy stuff. Like, I don't think this is radical stuff of being like, hey, if you are making $1 billion a year, after a certain amount, guess what? You're going to pay a lot of taxes. Like, a lot of taxes. Because you're making $1 billion. Like, it's you should be paying taxes because you're giving back. Because the way that you're making $1 billion is by utilizing the workforce. Like, it's not you just being like, oh, look at all I did. I made $1 billion. Like, it's your workers and delivery people and stuff. Like, all these things are what is helping you make that kind of money. And unfortunately, just like when that's all that matters, you lose the humanity in it. And you could keep it, you could rock with it. It just needs to have regulations. It just needs to have reform. And I think it's a very easy solution, and you could elect representatives that are going to share your opinion on how to utilize the funds that you're bringing in from taxpayers. But yeah, man, it's nuts. Balance gone. But exactly. Think of the shareholders, though. You know what? Throw everything out. But think of the shareholders. But yeah, at the end of the day, unfortunately, whether you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, what have you, representatives sold people down the river. They sold the general population down the river, and yeah, we're here. So tax breaks based on an employees paying a living wage. Yeah, right. I mean, like, we talk about how important small businesses are, but how many small businesses are being run out of business by mega corporations, right? Because it's like, hey, we can't afford to pay our workers. That's tough. Should have the opportunity to be a billionaire? Sure. But at the bare minimum, like, if you don't want to be a billionaire and you're just like, hey, I want to make enough money so I can retire. I think like, hey, I want to retire when I'm 62, 65. I don't think that that's a crazy idea. Be like, okay, cool. Like, now, like, I've done all this work for the benefit of my company / country / however, whatever your employer is. Like, that's it, man. That's it. Yeah, Connor, I hear you, dude. I hear you. Yeah. Gets owned on taxes. Dude, I pay out the ass in taxes. But I'm like, cool, I make more money than I was a teacher. I'm going to pay more taxes. Like, that's just the way that it works. Yeah, retirement's now 67, which is insane, man. Because what's the life expectancy in the United States right now? It ain't much higher than that. Like there needs to be more, man. There needs to be more, and people deserve better. People deserve more. Like it's a simple thing. Like people just deserve better. And especially when we're just, getting people that are hurting the other side, and I don't care what side that is. It's just like, what the hell is the point of all this? So it's 82, 85. Yeah, all life expectancy did drop in the US. Yeah, 1,000,000%. 77. Cool. So I get 10 years. I get 10 years after I retire to be like, all right, time to enjoy this. Brother, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So, Nathaniel, yeah, no, I know. That's the thing. So, it's just, it's tough. And it's not a US. It's like, the US is like a popular example, but it's just not even just a US thing. I mean, like, it's just, and this is just my personal beliefs. If you don't like it, I understand. You could hate me, throw rocks at me. That's fine. My girlfriend does. But I'm always going to be, there's something that impacts all of us, and that's living on this planet. This is the only rock we're living on. That's it. Will that change in a few years? Well, that'd be very generous. But we should at least mitigate things that are happening to this planet because we got to live on it. So we should be leaving a better place for like our kids and our grandkids and things like that, because we should have enough empathy for like the human race to be like, hey, we want this to continue, right? So that's just, I don't know, man. Like that's and especially when it's being done for profit. Like we're killing the planet so 2,000 people can get richer. Cool, man. Cool. It's dumb. Earth's a B-tier rock. Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, empathy, dude, it ain't a weakness. It sucks sometimes, don't get me wrong. Having empathy sucks, because it hurts, but I don't know. Mom died at 56, gonna enjoy the hell of it. Listen, we talk about Papa Grossi going on 18 kajillion vacations. Rock out, man. He worked his ass off for 30 years. Rock out. You go on all the vacations you want. You can afford it. You do what you gotta do. Because who knows what retirement's gonna look like in a few years. Wanna go to space? Rock out. Rock out. Yeah, it's just for greed. It's just, yeah, it's so small. And I think we're just so much better than that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just have too optimistic of a view of people, but like, I think we're better than that. Yeah, exactly. My dad worked his ass off working towards retirement and died right before. Yep. There was a person I used to work at with a library. She worked, I want to say it was like at least 30 years at the library. Got diagnosed with cancer. She was gone within a year. She barely got to travel. She had all these, like, she was about to, like, oh, I'm going to go see the world. I'm going to do all that stuff. Yep. Like, it's just, if you ain't hurting people, like, you have your right to live. I don't know. And it's not like there's not enough resources. That's the thing. If Jeff Bezos can go and rent out Venice, we have enough resources. Because how much was that wedding? Let's see. Jeffrey Bezos wedding cost. It was $50 million. $50 million. So if we used the $5 million example, so you're making about like $200,000 a year, just like off of, like, you could just take dividends and have a nice day. So you could fund, so like the amount of people's retirement that they would never have to work again, right? Is insane. Is insane. $50 million. Like, so we've raised $2.2 million for charity. Hell yeah, that's rocking. We've raised more for charity than I have ever made. Ever. It took 5 years? Yeah. Took 3 years to make $200. Took 5 years to make $100,000. Should have to share? You don't even have to share. We want to be like, Jeffrey, you've earned it. Just pay more taxes. More taxes. More taxes. That's it. That's it. Yeah. It's just wild, man. It's wild. So, I know. Sorry we went on a little rant there. But it's so frustrating, man. It's so frustrating. And it just feels very like, ugh. Because we can be better. We can be so much better. It was a sick bubble party, though. Look at the shareholders. But, yeah, man. That's all. You could have insanely rich people. I have no problem with that. You can have insanely rich people. But after a certain amount, there's gotta be a giving back. Even when you had, like, you know, the Rockefellers of the world, they were building museums. They were building libraries. They were doing things like they were also destroying but they were like, at least there was some kind of giving back. It is very hard to be nihilist. It's just, I don't know, man. Like I'll never give up on people. Like people are dope. People have the capability to be cruel and crappy and do terrible things and murder people. They have all those capabilities. But people have the capability to be just incredible. People have the ability to be kind, to not have a lot and still give to others, to have empathy for others, to give joy to others. Like that is awesome. And those are the kind of people and those are the kind of things that should be promoted. Those are the kind of things that those people should be like, hey, this is what we should strive to be, right? Like strive to be the actions of others. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, it's the best and worst of people. So it's just, exactly, yeah. People with little give more. Yeah, because like people can be really awesome. People can be dope as hell. They can be so awesome. So, yeah. Exactly, Bronwyn. Don't mind Bezos spending $50 million, put that money back in the economy. Billionaires are fine as long as they spend their money. As long as they spend it, and again, like there needs to be a tax because the only way that they're being billionaires is because they're making it off the working class, and that's it. So it's just, it's not complicated. I don't think you need a full-blown revolution. I don't think you need a full-blown revolt. However, like there needs to be changes. And that's it. I have not been to a family night, but I'm hoping that I go to the family night, and that would be Maya's first time at Lambeau Field, so I'm going to try. I am going to try. So, yeah, we'll see, man. I think it's just people are really awesome. People are really, really, they can be great. Accountability, I feel like that doesn't exist anymore. You'd be called a hypocrite. You'd be proven to be a hypocrite, but it don't matter. Ryu, you know, you do what you got to do. But yeah, man, it's just, we get to a point you just don't need that much. You don't. I agree with that, Raven. That's a good point. They have an amazing capacity. People have an amazing capacity to do good. So they do. I've seen it every day. And I think it's like, and maybe that's just the teacher in me too, but like you can see like students and kids get better. And that's not because they have the same ideology as me. It's like, no, you can see people actively improve and communicate better and express their emotions and their points better and actually have civil conversation. Like that's amazing, right? When you can have a class full of 30 to 40 students who are able to have a civil conversation, who have very different beliefs and idea systems, like that's amazing. So I don't know. It's just civility. I don't know. Nope. Nobody's born racist. Nobody's born all those things. They get it from somewhere. They get it from somewhere. They do get it from somewhere. But that's also why, like, you teach critical thinking. Like I said, critical thinking is more important than any content that I could have ever taught in my life. Because if that student could debate, they can write an essay, and they could express their viewpoints and back it up with evidence, I did my job. Then I'm happy. Then I am happy. That's it. That's it. So, kids also want to be selfish? Yeah, kids suck. Right? That is absolutely. Because they're kids. But kids be cool. And those kids grow. And they become adults. And what they learn when they're kids impacts them as adults. But it's just like having experiences and meeting other people and challenging your opinions and not living in echo chambers. That's what's good. Because if you are able to broaden your horizons and meet different people and experience different viewpoints that are either going to strengthen your viewpoints because now you're going to have even more evidence, or you might change your mind, which that's just growing as a person. So that's it. So that's all. It's the same way you get out of school doesn't promote critical thinking. Yup, and that's why it's very subjective based on the teachers you have. That is why. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, Lucian. 100%. 100%. Preschool teacher. Yeah. And, like, it's different. You should be able to communicate. So, I don't know, man. All right, we got 15 minutes left. Una mas, we'll go to 2 hours. We'll go 2 hours. How about that? My nephew's number one biggest joy is being able to play and share with his cousins. Oh, their cousins, excuse me. If they get something cool they want with their cousins, they can play together. And again, like kids, middle schoolers, drop-kicked. Drop-kicked 100%, right? They're never going to build this country. I would never elect a middle schooler. But, again, it's just, I don't know. We could be better, man. We could be so much better. I know it's a very simplistic idea. I know that doesn't offer anything of, like, actuality. It's very easy for me to sit behind a desk and go, oh, guys, we should be better to one another. I understand. But it's just, we got to start somewhere. And it's just that common ground of, hey, whatever this is, it could be better. It could be a lot better. So, just that striving, man. And, like, that's why it's like, even if it is, like, holding the door open for somebody, it's something so stupid and so small. But, like, checking in on your people, like, that is, it helps. It helps. Start with your actions. It's true. And I'm a piece of garbage. So I've never done anything for other people. So that's it. I should lead by example, but never. Just the worst. A piece of garbage. Oh, Gabriel, there you go. Arrival if you like sci-fi. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah. Tom Bezos. Here I am just rolling in my money. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. You know how much I've earned from this stream alone? Pfft. You guys, I'm just ripping all of you off. All right, hold on. What is this? Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one. Look at this. You know how much money I've made on this stream? Guys, you know how much money I have made on this? Look at that. Look at the dollars that are coming on in. I got you, suckers. That's right. Woo! Did you see that? The big $0. Just robbing you blind and no one sees it coming. But in all honesty, like, that's also why, like, any of the charitable stuff we do, I am insanely transparent of, like, I am making $0 off this because I don't want to make money off this because this is what charity is for and trying to be that example. But can I have 50% of your $0? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So, Rachel, it's amazing. One time some kind dude paid for my coffee at Quick Trip because I left my card in my car and absolutely blew my mind. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's it. Been bamboozled! Exactly, Tom Grossi. Made cajillions of dollars. Cajillions! No, man, but it's just, I had a meeting last week, 2 weeks ago, with an agency, because I like to just, like, take those meetings, because you never know. And I tell them straight up, because a lot of agencies are like, oh, Tom, we want to sign you. We can get you so many sponsors. Like, I don't take sponsors. And that kind of usually ends that conversation. And this, I don't think me taking sponsors makes me a good person. However, I think the charity element that we have with this channel is way more important than me making money. And the only way that that happens is if I don't monetize my audience. I might be completely off base, but that's just where I am. So, yeah. I know you can't even super chat in here. Gotcha. See, Maya, he can't pay the $10. I can. Damn it! You're right, Bronwyn. You're right. All right. But no, I mean, like, it's just, I'm going to do this until I can't do it anymore. You know, I want to get 1 million subscribers. That's just a goal of mine. But I was telling this to Maya. My need for it has gone down. Ryu, don't give me a membership. No. Thank you. It's very kind of you. Z, enjoy it. Go join the Discord. But, yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like, I have just done this for so many years, and it was never for money. Suck it, Tom. Now your stream has revenue. Son of a bitch. But, I don't like it. Colin, don't give me a membership. Stop it. Stop it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Stop it. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Luke, thank you for the membership. See, this is like with the one time I was like, oh, I got these CDs. Anyway. Yeah, if this channel ended tomorrow, I'd be... Raven, thank you for the membership. This channel ended tomorrow, I'd be sad because... Karakina, thank you for the membership. Timber, thank you for the membership. I would be very sad because this is something that I love to do. However, the fulfillment that I have gotten from this is... Slim, thank you for the membership. I appreciate you. Kevin, thank you for the membership. Thank you. Thank you. You know what you did, Ryu. You know what you did. You know what you did. You know what you did. Bronwyn, thank you for the membership. This is great. It's great. Anyway, yeah, Lucian, thank you. Thank you for the membership. Tara, thank you for the membership. I appreciate you. King Andrew with 20 memberships. Boop, boop. When did King Andrew show up? K-Chan, thank you for the membership. The point is I'm never going to screw you over. I'm not. I'm going to make the content. If I don't make enough money, like I was able to buy a house, man. I was able to buy a house, and it's a nice ass house. I'm so happy to have the house. It's just like I'm content. I'd like to make enough money so I can retire one day. That's a thing, but I'll just work for it until I do it, you know? But this is always going to be free. ZJ, thank you for the membership. Yeah, I don't know. It's just this community is a great example of just like when you put people first. And I don't think that's a reflection of me, but I think that there's things that I do or don't do that help grow that. And just like constantly proving of like, nope, like I'm here for people and me in terms of just like doing right by people. Chris, thank you for the membership. I appreciate you. I think we've proven that we've got you too. Now give Maya her $10. It's true. I need to give Maya her $10. Appreciate you, Chris. Thank you very much. Thank you. Joke's on you. You're just growing the posse. Joke's on you. But yeah, I don't know. Make sure I pay Wildflower back. I already paid him back on the Millie stream too. Paid him back. Paid him back. Yeah, Matt, because like it's genuine community. You just treat people like people. It's so easy. Oh, you're a person. Cool. I want what's best for you. Cool. I'm not going to sell you some shitty ass headphones. It's that easy. If I'm a high school student and I'm like, oh, I'm listening to Tom Grossi, and he's like, oh, these really good headphones, you should buy them, and then they're absolute trash, then guess what? That's on me. I love your t-shirt. Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to Vanessa. Park Ridge Brewery. It's just, good God, man. Good God. I don't know. Like, even this platform. Good God. This platform at time. I understand that YouTube is not profitable. I get it. Because they pay their creators, which is really, really nice. I greatly appreciate it, right? You take lots of our money, but I really appreciate it. But you don't have to put ads on everything forever. I am never gonna put mid-roll bullshit. I'm never gonna do it. Do you know how many times my YouTube rep is like, well, you could make more. That's great. She's very nice. I appreciate her. But good God, man, no. It's good. We're enough. I can pay my bills. I make a good amount of money. We're 10 years into this. I'm good. We're good. Like this upcoming season, hopefully things go well. Hopefully the channel grows. Hopefully we bring in some revenue. And then I could be like, cool, I can take an effing break for the first time since 2019. Oh, we're good. We're good. I don't know, man. It's just so frustrating. It's because, again, it's just so many BetterHelp ads. Drives me insane. Yep. And again, it's nothing against people that run it. That's what this business model is. Perna runs a ton of ads, right? But you as an educated audience, right, could be like, okay, this is cool or it's not cool. 2+, I appreciate you. Thank you for the membership. This is cool or it's not cool. And like, that's what I've said with political ads. There's not on me. Nope. There is a setting that you could set that there are no political ads. No political ads on my channel. I probably didn't make a lot of money in November when they were running, but nope, don't care. Don't care. No gambling ones either. There shouldn't be. And if they are, you tell me because I got those switched off. But yeah, man, like this entire ecosystem on YouTube is monetize your audience as quickly as possible. Is as soon as you get an audience, make money off of them. Whether that's by selling things, whether that's by donations, whether that's what. Nope. You just keep on, like, I was like, keep on working. Keep on working. If I'm not making enough money, work harder. That's it. Oh, Perna with the BetterHelp. Don't worry, I ripped him a new one for that one. He's like, I didn't know. I was like, you should have talked to me. And then he didn't do it again. So that's it. We love Brandon Perna here. But, I mean, the amount of stuff that's, Anna, take care. The amount of stuff that's like AI stuff on here, it's gonna kill it. It's gonna kill it. So, yeah. Oh, of course, Colleen. Yeah, I hope the surgery goes. When's the surgery, by the way? That was a while ago. What's wrong with BetterHelp? They don't vet their therapists very well. And so because of that, like, there's a good chance that you are going to get a mental health professional that is not very good or professional. And I think in terms of mental health, if you are vulnerable enough and at a point where you're like, I need to talk to a professional, like I currently am at and have been at, that is such the power dynamic that's there, that if you are trusting the person that is giving you advice, that person better be a freaking professional. Like that person better have, and I don't think BetterHelp has those standards. So that's it. So that's my big problem with them. But yeah, like Allagash White could email me tomorrow and I'd be like, yeah, I'll keep drinking your beer if you give me more because I like their beer. JC, appreciate you. Thanks for the membership. But yeah, there's no sponsors here. I've also, with GPS, you've noticed that there are not a lot of sponsors. I said I can't do gambling anymore to both clickbait and also that because that's just personal things, but yeah. So no, look, it's so much better. There's I think it's Psychology Today. There's hold on. Please hold. Let me just be 100% sure. Yeah, Psychology Today is how I found my therapist. So here, mental health. You could type in your zip code and then there's a ton of filters that you could do it, where you can find different therapists or like treatment centers or what have you. And that's the way that I found it. So I looked for, like, you could sort it. There's a million filters. Like you could sort it by, even like gender if you want to. You could like what their specialties are. Insurance is another one. Kira, thank you. Yeah. So that's, their filters are great. And especially if you want someone that could take your insurance. That's how I found my therapist. So yeah, that's what I'd recommend. But, and then some folks around me who have wanted therapy, that's what I've recommended too. So yeah, that's how you found mine. Yeah, it works. It works. Well, that's good, Ryu. At least you're having good like conversations. So, yeah. I don't know, man. We're things are tough. Things are tough, but we're trying. Just because you got one session doesn't mean you have to keep saying five. Yeah, exactly. You need to, if there are, because that's a very difficult thing, especially if you've never gone to therapy. And I've talked about this a bunch of times, but in 2021, I was literally at my worst point possible. Like, not doing well, thinking about ending my life, whole 9 yards. It wasn't going well. Going through the divorce, leaving my job, what have you. And I had thought about therapy for years, and I got to a breaking point where I was like, I need to go do therapy. I have to, like, to save I have to do therapy. And even my therapist today, I love my therapist. You know, there's things that I wish that they did a little bit more. And, you know, at some point I might explore other things. But it was a point where I was like, okay, I want to find the resources that are going to help me get to where I need to go. And yeah, like I'll always recommend it. But at the same time, I think if you are the amount of stereotypes, and I feel like it has gotten a lot better, but the amount of stereotypes around therapy, even within my own family, of like when I was going to therapy, there was people in my family that are like, why are you going to therapy? Like, what do you need this for? What have you? And so those things, especially the older generation, still definitely exist. But if you get to a point where you're like, I need to go, there may be oh man, so this first one I find, I'm going to have to stay with them forever. But that's not the case, right? You're not going to hurt anyone's feelings. You're not going to do any of that. If you need to find a different one, you go find a different one. That's it. But that's a difficult thing to do. And sometimes, like, that is a tough thing to speak up and be like, hey, like, this is not working, because you don't want to hurt your new therapist's feelings. But the most important thing is, if you are seeking out professional help, is that you are doing it because you have told, like, hey, I need support. I need help here. And so you need to do what you have to do to get that help. So having the wrong therapist worse than no therapy. Yeah, exactly. And like, there are some therapists that are not great, right? But I don't think that should dissuade people that if they feel like they need to, they should. The pushing down your feelings trope. Oh yeah. I don't see what's wrong with that. You just push it all the way down. All the way down. Sam, appreciate you. Appreciate you. You have to invest in it. Yeah, 100%. You have to. Because otherwise, you're getting out of it what you put in, right? So if you want to change this, that, and the other thing, you have to talk about it. You know, and sometimes, and there are some therapists that are just sounding boards, which will kind of just hear what you have to say, and that will help. There are some that will give you homework. There are some that will, like, kind of, guide you through. Hold on one second. Ken, so you want to go get water? It's hot down here. Yeah. You just do what you gotta do, because the only thing that matters is you get better. So never show feelings. Screw those feelings. Because again, I feel like it's especially with, I feel like with men, it's very like, oh man, don't show those feelings. Who's your audience, man? Who's your audience? I've cried on this channel many times, right? Cried when we raised $100,000, cried when we raised $1 million for charity. Like, yeah, man, because that's it. Unlearning is definitely a thing. Feelings? Nothing but ambition. Don't worry, you'll see that soon, Coach. In this economy, that's it. Exactly. Take advantage of 1,000,000%. Right? But it's also, it's learned behaviors, right? Whether it's your partner, your parent, what have you, or just like friends, or just like, hey, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Haven't cried in years. Listen, sometimes you just need to cry. Yeah, you could cry. It doesn't make you a stronger person for holding all that crap in. It's just going to make you a more jaded person, and it's just going to hurt more in the long run. Time to watch Fox and the Hound? That'll do it. I'll do it. My cat Toffee, though, she's a good therapist, eh? That's it. Dan, I hear good things. Here, I have a YouTube private playlist of things that I know will make me cry when I need to cry. Hey, whatever works. Raven, honestly, Coach made me cry earlier today. Hell yeah. No, there's a song that I can play that will make me cry almost every time. So there's a song, it's Storm by Goo Goo Dolls, and that song was the season 5 Dexter trailer. And it's the first time I heard of it. And I was like, okay. And during that time, my childhood dog died. R.I.P. Sassy. And it broke me. So she waited. I got home. I was a sophomore in college, and I got home because she wasn't doing so well. It was a Wednesday that she was like having seizures, and the vet came over to potentially put her down, but then she sprung back up and she was doing okay. And so I came home that Friday, and she passed on Saturday morning. So that song, I remember being in college, my roommate was out, and I played that crap for 3 hours, man, and I just bawled. So, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Oh, smells are... Dude, you could smell something and be like, I'm a time traveler. I'm back in time. Oh, Sia breathed me from 6 feet under. That finale is also just like, yeah, I'll kill you. Okay. Yep. I'll do it. Yeah, there's some songs. So like even during Coach, there's on my writing playlist. Hold on. I was listening to it today. Please hold. Yeah. So on the Nature of Daylight, I listened to that. That's a very sad song, but it also really helps me write. Spiegel, I'm Spiegel. Also very, very good. Maya likes that one too, because that's also during one of the episodes of The Good Place where Chidi's like, think of a wave. Think of a wave. Oh, we're borking. Long and Winding Road. There you go. Oh, Dark TV show music tracks. Are you talking about Dark, the Netflix series? One of the best sci-fi series ever produced, ever. Welcome to Black Parade. There you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Deadpool 2? Dude, there were some emotional moments in that. So, yeah. A Wonderful Life. Yeah, dude, Spritz, I get it, man. It's very easy to be numb and just kind of sit with it. There's not a ton of movies that are going to make me cry, but yeah, it's good, man. It's good to be in touch with your feelings. It's good to kind of just, because then it's just a better sense of who you are. You know, like I feel like that knowing who you are and getting a better sense of self, like exactly, like that's the whole point, like of this entire life. Like you're gonna go your entire life and not know who you are. What the hell's the point? Like, what's the point? So, I don't know, man. Hey, Owens, there you go. I was feeling alone, didn't know how to reach out. My daughter just graduated too, and I just cried. Yeah, Jen. Yeah. Absolutely. So, it's just, yeah. If there's anything you take away from this long ranting June that is in July Q&A, yeah, I don't know. Just getting to know yourself is only going to make the world a better place. Unless you're like, I'm a serial killer. Then you're like, oh, I don't know if it's going to be better. But then you could be like kind of a Dexterous action. No, well, some Dexter was bad, but, you know, that works. To love yourself takes a lot of reflection. Brother, I'm 34, about to turn 35 years old. I'm still working on that. I'm still working on it. There's lots of things that you learned and you got to unlearn. And I was, not to get too deep in the weeds because we're going to skedaddle very soon. I'm a serial killer with a C. Hell yeah. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Slaughter them. You still know you at this point. You're just like, hey, I'm in touch with my feelings. Stab. But more so, like this is a battle. This is just super transparent. I have a probably one of my deepest insecurities is like, I don't think I'm a good person. 100%. I know that's a little TMI. I apologize. But that's something that I constantly grapple with. You know, I think like the charity work that we do, I do it because I want to do it. But I think that there's also like a decent amount of guilt that's in there in terms of just like, hey, I want to make sure like I'm trying to be a good person. And it's just like, you know, people on the outside can look at that and be like, oh, I don't know. But that's a big thing for me, you know, and whether that's being raised in a certain religion or by certain parents or what have you, you know, of just like constantly needing to strive for more and what have you. Yeah, no, that's a constant battle that I deal with. So yeah, it's just it's tough, man. Exactly. The flaws stick out a lot more than the positives. So yeah, man, it's a Catholic guild. Did that for 18 years, so that definitely did not help. But yeah, damn, you really are cheaty. I don't know if I'm that sexy. Cheaty's pretty sexy. I get it. But yeah, it's just I mean, because right, we could break it down of talking about the charity work that I do and that we are able to accomplish. But that's coming from regular, normal, everyday people. So I feel bad, even though they are really good charities, and I do a ton of research to make sure that the money's going to where it's supposed to be going. But I'm like, hey, you know, I have people coming up and it's like, here's $5, and they can barely spend $5, right? Like, so that makes me feel guilty, and things makes me feel like, oh man, we should be targeting people who are more wealthy, what have you. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, that's not within my control, which is why I'm like, hey, only donate if you can. Because I mean, how many times do we say that during the Million stream or the December streams of like, only donate within your means? Because I would feel awful if people did without that, or like did outside of that. So yeah, man, it's tough. It's a constant battle. It's a constant struggle, and you know that's why I go to therapy and bore pork. Oh yeah, no, Chidi's way hotter. Exactly. Donate with your head, not over it. Exactly. So, you thoughts that 30 and 30 was a selfish act? No. I think 30 and 30, the Millie stream is up there too, but 30 and 30, I'm telling you, 30 and 30 is the greatest I've ever felt. 30 and 30 was every day. Brother, I lost so much money on 30 and 30, and that's not a, ooh, feel bad. That's more of just like, yeah, that's just like a selfless, we're just trying to do good. And I feel like that there's actions that you do that are good, but I don't know, man. Turn off donations to a hype stream. Yeah, no, exactly. 2+. Like, cause that's what it is. You know, like a lot of creators say this, but I truly, truly mean it. And you can believe it or not, but yeah, like I wouldn't be here without y'all. Like I wouldn't, you know? And it's not going to be, okay, I'm going to use this momentum to then just go sell out. Maybe it's a 90s thing, but I do this because I want to do this. That's it. Next, I want to make money. I'm very happy that I'm able to make money and do what I love. But out of the 10 years I've been doing this, I've only been doing this only as my only job for 4 years. Out of the 10 that I've been doing this crap. And I say crap, like, you know, just, but yeah, it's crazy. What was that for? You're down here. You don't even see anything. What are you barking at? Yeah, which is pretty nuts. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, you gotta respect. Of course, you respect the people that are. The fact that, hold on, how many people we got? We got 62 people in here right now. It's a Wednesday night. You could be watching AEW Dynamite 300, right? I'm going to watch AEW. But, like, the fact that people give their time and their attention and their money, like, whether it's donations or whether it's fundraisers or that, like, that's something, because as some of you have been, like, in the beginning, that's not how it was. There was, like, 2 people watching or 10 people watching. So, like, I remember that vividly. So, yeah. There's so many people out there that are doing things with better quality, of better content, of better everything. And I understand that. Like, I understand the reaction videos I do are like, you know, they're not doing the greatest for the world, right? It's not like cutting edge comedy or anything. So we raise money for charity, and I do scripted, and I do sagas, and I do coach, you know, but I don't know. Race. Walk to Detroit, opposite Hutch. Yes, please. Absolutely not, Reese. Get it out of there. Nope, going to Green Bay, if anything, but I would be absolutely floored if the Steelers trade away TJ Watt, because it's literally their best player by a nautical mile. So, exactly. Watt back to Wisconsin. Exactly. Yeah, Luke, you were there. You were there. So, I don't know, man. We're just going to keep on going. We'll see what happens. I appreciate it because I know that the content hasn't been, like, there hasn't been a ton of new stuff that's been coming out. Just because I'm moving and trying to make sure Coach is done and all that great stuff. So I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate the extra support, whether you're doing it on Patreon or YouTube. And I'm not going to promote that stuff just because, yeah, it's not what's important. But I appreciate you going the extra mile and supporting this. So thank y'all. I'm going to make this live because this is going to be the content that I put out for the day, so I can keep the streak going, the intrinsic streak that is only going for me. But we're going to keep going until we hit 1 million subscribers. So, and then I'm going to take a break. But folks, I appreciate y'all. Moosey's behind me. I'm going to go take them out. We're going to open the windows and get the fan going here so we can do this. The million stream is so great. It's so great. But I appreciate the break will be amazing because I told this to Maya. I think just not having to worry about subscriber number anymore, like that is just going to be a game changer, man. Because like this has been me. Like I just put everything I possibly could into this channel for so many years, and especially after I quit teaching. So for the last 4 years going nonstop. And I feel like just even having some time just to take off and be like, okay, I don't need to think about work every single day. And I know that that sounds crappy because I know that the job that I have, I'm so grateful to have the job that I have, but it's just I'm tired. So I'm very much looking forward to getting some kind of break and then just coming back and being able to create new things with a different perspective. So, folks, I am still talking. I always talk. I appreciate the audio. I'll, Band of Brothers, Owens, we're on episode 8. We're on episode 8. Yes, we watched 6 and 7 last night, actually. So I'll take the break, Mikey, when we hit 1 million subscribers. Then I can go. I'm done. We did it. But folks, I appreciate the audio. I don't know what's going on tomorrow. I don't think it's clickbait, but I could be wrong. So there'll be something. It might be an update, just being like, hey, I'm moving this month. And then and then Friday will be Q&A and stuff. But folks, I appreciate that out of you. Thank you as always. Thanks to the new members. And I'll see you on the flippity flip. But thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. And as always, we got one more member Q&A in this house. Go Pack Go.